Now, breaking news from RTV6.
And we start tonight with breaking news as authorities have two suspects under arrest tied to a string of robberies in the Broad Ripple area last night and early this morning. Police say there were 4 separate robberies, all involving a similarly described silver SUV. Officers spotted the SUV with 3 males inside the vehicle. Officers arrested 2 17-year-olds and an 18-year-old without incident. Inside the car, police found 4 pellet guns and several ski masks, which are believed to be used in the robberies. That 18-year-old is identified as Gabriel Lachat, who is also being held until the Marion County Prosecutor's Office can make a final charging decision. And tonight, we're all setting those clocks ahead 1 hour as we reach daylight saving time. This time change has always served as a reminder from firefighters to check your smoke detectors, and it means a lot more this year. Just weeks after a tragic fire killed a family of 6 on the city's east side. In that fire, the family did not have any working smoke detectors. And today, fire officials held an open house to educate parents and kids on fire safety. The story now from Katie Hines.
One of the key takeaways from the Survive Alive program is this: working smoke detectors save lives. In addition to handing them out, the Indianapolis Fire Department is teaching parents like Teal Rhodes how to protect their families.
This morning, I came down the hall and I was thinking about a fire drill. So I went into the TV room and I yelled, "Fire!" just really, really loud. And immediately my nephew Patrick, he went into a karate stance from his karate class. And Nadia stopped and froze, stopped, dropped, and rolled all over the floor.
It was an eye-opening experience that pushed Rhodes to bring her daughter and nephew to the interactive open house.
Let's make a little hallway to get to your front door.
As part of Survive Alive, firefighters are stressing the importance of creating a family evacuation plan. The department is showing the children how to put the plan into action.
There you go. Step out.
And escape in the event a fire sparks.
Good job. Good.
And in case they're on their own, the kids are learning how to react, what number to call.
My house is on fire. I need to call 911.
Well, I happen to have a phone right here. What's the number?
911.
And where to go.
The time to practice is prior to having a fire. The time to talk to your kids is prior to having a fire, because we don't ever want anyone to have a fire in their home.
It's advice this mother is taking to heart.
I brought them here to get some good answers for them.
Firefighters are reminding people it's not enough to just install the smoke detectors. You have to test them and change the batteries twice a year. And a good time to do that is daylight saving time. So something to think about right now. Katie Hines, RTV6.
That is great advice. And this is the first time IFD has held the Survive Alive open house for families. If you missed the event today, you can always make an appointment. Medics took one person to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries after a fire destroyed a Circle K Shell gas station car wash in Fishers. Fire crews responded to the scene on 116th Street near I-69 about 1:30 this afternoon. The cause of the fire in the unattached car wash remains under investigation. All new at 6 tonight, Fishers police are searching for a robbery suspect who held up a Shell gas station on 126th Street this morning. The robbery happened at 6 a.m. at the Shell station just off State Road 37. An employee says this heavyset black male entered the store and said he had a gun, then demanded cash. The suspect, described as 20 to 30 years old, between 5 feet 10 inches and 6 feet tall, weighing about 300 pounds. Nobody was injured in the robbery. Anyone with information is encouraged to contact Fishers Police. Well, a cold front is making its way through central Indiana right now, but there is good news in the forecast with some higher temperatures on the way. Storm Team 6 meteorologist Kyle Mouse joining us with that. That is good news, Kyle.
Oh, yeah, we're all about a warm-up. We've had a long, rough winter, but you can see the evidence of that cold front today. A 10-degree spread in temperatures from Lafayette to Bloomington. Just 41 in Lafayette. We made it into the low 50s in Bloomington. Indianapolis officially at 47 degrees, but temperatures are dropping now that that front is to the south. We're already down to 33 in Indy and Muncie. It's 40 right now in Bloomington and barely holding on to 30 degrees in Lafayette. We've had the clouds all day long. A little bit of clearing trying to take shape here late this afternoon and early evening around Lafayette toward Peru, Monticello, and Logansport. But we still have the clouds across much of the state. You can see a few flurries that have flown through the air around Muncie. These will move through Winchester. Also a couple more around Hartford City. We stay with mostly cloudy skies and temperatures tumbling into the upper 20s at 9 o'clock. Northwest wind at 10 miles per hour. will make it feel a little bit colder. 26 by 11 o'clock. Where we see some of that clearing first, down to the teens. Lafayette and Peru, 24 in Bloomington, 23 in Indianapolis. So it's going to be a cold start to our Sunday, but temperatures, they rebound quickly. A look at your 7-day forecast in a few minutes.
Very good, Kyle. And all new at 6 tonight, an Eastside nightclub is shut down. 5 people are under arrest after detectives with IMPD found multiple violations. The Sabor Bohemia nightclub in the 4000 block of East Washington Street had its doors closed after undercover detectives found dancers offering sex in exchange for money on multiple occasions, and dancers were exposing themselves beyond what is legally allowed. 5 people were also arrested for dealing cocaine, promoting prostitution, and prostitution. The club is prohibited from any adult entertainment by a city ordinance because of its location. It has been previously cited by the city for numerous violations dating back to 2010. An Indianapolis man is under arrest after leading police on a chase with 2 young children in his car. The chase began about 2 a.m. in Brownsburg. After the man's vehicle hit a ditch and a fence and came to a stop, he fled on foot with the kids, triggering a search. A Brownsburg police officer pursuing him was injured when his patrol car crashed into a house. A 3-year-old boy was found alone and unharmed in a field at about 4:30 a.m. Police found the man and arrested him at about 6 a.m. after somebody reported seeing a man carrying a small child covered in blood. That child was taken to a hospital to be treated for head and leg injuries. A Texas teen reported missing from Butler University's campus on Thursday night has been found in Mooresville. 15-year-old Stephen Colbert was found this morning walking along State Road 67 in Mooresville. That's more than 23 miles away from where he went missing Thursday. It is not immediately clear how he had gotten there. Police say Colbert was visiting Indianapolis with an organization called Music for All. Malaysia Airlines says there is still no indication of what happened to one of its aircraft after it seemingly disappeared from radar somewhere over the South China Sea. China, Vietnam, and Malaysia are now searching from the air and sea. The USS Pinckney is also on its way, but the possible crash area is vast. ABC's Susan Salney has the latest.
One day after Malaysia Airlines Flight 370 simply vanished from the sky, there are still few answers.
Malaysia Airlines confirmed that this flight, MH370, lost contact with Subang Air Traffic Control at 2:40 a.m. this morning.
The Boeing 777, carrying 239 people, including at least 3 Americans, took off from Kuala Lumpur bound for Beijing. But somewhere around 2 hours into the flight, it fell off the radar, reportedly over Vietnamese airspace. Today, the Vietnamese Air Force says it spotted 2 large oil slicks close to where the 777 may have gone missing, though there is no word yet that they're related. For confirmation, investigators would want to see wreckage or detect pings from the aircraft's black boxes.
We have not found any wreckage, no wreckage whatsoever.
Most on board were Chinese, and in Beijing, anguished family members were gathered into a hotel room, frustrated and desperate for information. And in Kuala Lumpur, it was much the same.
No news, no nothing.
Malaysia Airlines says whatever happened occurred quickly and possibly catastrophically.
The probability, for instance, that a mechanical problem brought the airplane down is highly unlikely. The possibility or probability of a bomb is more likely. We don't know the situation with respect to weather at the time. We don't know.
Adding to the mystery is that the Boeing 777 is one of the world's most popular jets with an excellent safety record, involved in only 1 fatal crash in its 19-year history. Susan Salney, ABC News, Washington.
More new developments in Ukraine. The Russian military is beefing up its presence in Crimea, what President Obama is doing now. Plus, one man in Colorado has a tip for buying Girl Scout cookies, pay in cash. What accounting issue has him paying hundreds of dollars to get a collection agency off his back? The Pacers look frustrated with their 3rd straight loss of the week. Later on in sports, Brad will tell us what's next for the blue and gold as they try to get back on track.